So how do you know when it's time for your company to rebrand, and what is key to a successful rebranding in the first place? Let's look at some examples of rebranding that worked inside the video. Hey, this is Chia from Brand24, and today I want to talk about rebranding. So companies can decide to rebrand for a few different reasons. Sometimes it's because of a huge PR crisis. Other times it's to target a new audience or to surprise a complacent one. Whatever the reason, the goal is always the same: to help drive sales. Now, if invention is the mother of necessity, then reinvention must be due to the evolution of those needs. Just look at all those remakes of old movies. I mean, they're still telling the same exact stories, but they have to find new ways to do it as years pass. Anyway, let's look at a few examples of successful company rebranding and why they worked. So this first one was really a huge success, and you've probably seen at least one of their commercials. Old Spice is a brand that has been around for a long time, since 1937. It's known for antiperspirant and deodorant. So this is one of those rebranding situations where there wasn't any big PR crisis or anything like that, but people just seemed to forget what made Old Spice stand out in the first place, and sales started to drop. Customers, as well as people who didn't want to buy their products anymore, had started to talk about Old Spice in a way that revealed that they'd started to think of the brand as something that was for people of past generations. Basically, they'd become outdated. And this was a signal that it was time for a rebrand, to spice up their image, if you will. And they came out with a super successful rebranding campaign called The Man Your Man Could Smell Like. And it was a huge success, especially on YouTube. Just within 1 week, their campaign received over 40 million views, making Old Spice the #1 most viewed branded channel on YouTube at the time. They even followed up with an entire social media strategy, producing nearly 200 short video clips based on the success of the original commercial. So the clips featured the actor from the commercial, Isaiah Mustafa, answering questions and engaging with fans and celebrities on social media through a series of short videos while in character. So this rebrand was such a success because Old Spice was able to identify the problem by listening to their customers, which showed them that they had to do something to update their brand. If they had gone another route without listening to people, including their critics, they might not be so well known today. And another example of rebranding done right is from McDonald's. In this case, it was motivated by negative PR. So after Super Size Me came out, a documentary following the director in his social experiment about what happens to your body if you eat from McDonald's and only McDonald's for an entire month, their brand reputation took a huge blow. So food from McDonald's has never really been considered health food, but when viewers saw the director's weight to balloon and all the negative side effects from the McDonald's-based diet, like a serious lack of energy, liver abnormalities, and more, McDonald's brand reputation took a big hit, and so did its profits. In the UK, sales dropped by nearly 3/4. So hearing what a growing number of consumers now thought about them, McDonald's rebranding strategy focused on making their brand appear healthier and cleaner. They started adding some healthy choices to their menu, like fruit, organic milk, organic coffee for a time, and fresher salads and veggies. And they've also improved the appearance of their dining locations, collaborated with more clean-cut celebrities, and redesigned their packaging materials. So McDonald's rebranding strategies are still ongoing, but it's mostly based on making their brand appear healthier and cleaner, which is what most people had become concerned about. And the third example of rebranding done right comes from Dunkin, formerly known as Dunkin' Donuts. So this rebrand also wasn't motivated by a huge PR crisis, but a combination of sales data and online comments about their products. So the decrease in donut sales came hand in hand with customers commenting on social media that they started buying less donuts from Dunkin' Donuts because it seemed as if they decreased the frequency with which they were making donuts, and it was getting harder to buy fresh donuts from them unless you knew exactly what time they were making them. So taking all this customer feedback into consideration, Dunkin' decreased the variety of donuts sold at their stores, dropped the donuts from their name, and they saw an instant increase in sales highly connected to non-donut related items, especially coffee. So the common factor between all these rebrands and why they worked is because they were all based on real customer feedback, especially on the internet. By considering the things that people had been saying about their products, this includes what they liked, what they didn't like and what they wanted, these businesses were able to reposition themselves in ways that not only better reflected their brand, but that also spoke to what their customers actually wanted. So the key is to really listen to your audience and your customers, whether it's online through media monitoring or if you get the chance to hear about it in person, which is just a little bit harder to come by. Anyway, that is it for this week. If you have any questions or some stories about rebranding to share, you can just drop them in the comments section below. And if you found this video helpful, feel free to like, share, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube, where I will be explaining how you can do even more in social media and digital marketing each week. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something new and interesting, and I'll see you next time. Bye.